reason why I got into journalism after a career in law, I didn't go to law school, but I worked in the American Red Cross in a legal capacity, kind of as an investigator and as like a legal coordinator. So that gave me a lot of experience in writing and investigation, and that was a skill that helped me transition into journalism. I always had strong skills in writing, and I have a exploratory disposition, and I like to document the world around me. I like to have experiences, and I like to share them with people. So that's why I got into writing. And one of my biggest dreams is to travel. I love traveling. I've been to like 10 countries so far in my life, and I really want to ramp that up to like 20, 25, as many as I can possibly get to. And I know that one of the ways that you can have flexibility in your life, in your work life, is to be a journalist or have the writing skills that can be parlayed into all sorts of different career paths. So the first way that I got started was I did stuff for free. I was a blogger. I wrote about social justice issues. I wrote about water rights. I have a friend who works as a lobbyist in Washington, D.C., because I used to live there. And I actually got to see a congressional screening of the movie American Violet, which is about the war on drugs and how it's a complicated undertaking, and there's a lot of people that are suffering from it on all sides. So I got to blog about that. I got to attend that, I got to blog about that. And I also have my own blog where I just wrote my thoughts down, you know, things that I experienced. It was really off the cuff, but it was called I'm Saying Though. I thought it was really clever to come up with that because it was off this old rap song. Anyway, I designed my own WordPress site, and you know, I didn't really make it very public, but it was a good experience to kind of like learn how to use WordPress. And I'll go back to that because WordPress is a very important skill to have. I also wrote a newsletter, and I got paid $2,000 to write it, which is astonishing to me at the time. That was actually my first freelance writing, paid freelance writing. So after that, I started writing for my community newspaper in Oyster Bay, where I'm from. And that was really cool because I was just kind of thrown in. My editor gave me assignments and just was like, deal with it. And I think that's, once you get a job in journalism, if you're pursuing journalism, that's probably what you'll experience too. Your editor will just say, I need you to do this, figure it out. So I did. That's how I went about things. And initially, I think, you know, I was nervous. I think I over-prepared. Sometimes I under-prepared. I missed one event. Never do that again. But I got to write, so I got to write for an old school hard copy newspaper, and I got to experience what it's like, you know, putting it together and seeing it printed and things like that. It's a lot different than digital journalism, obviously. I got to interview some celebrities, which was cool. I got to interview Billy Joel, who's from Oyster Bay, where I live. He's really short, and he's kind of bow-legged, but he has really young girlfriends.
But he's still looking at
Nevertheless, and he's really rich. So anyway, he's a cool dude. He actually goes, you know, St. Rocco's Festival. He actually just chills out there, and he waits online for tickets like everybody else. So he waits behind the whole queue, and he buys his tickets just like everyone else with his 26-year-old girlfriend. He's a really cool guy. So anyway, after that, I got a little taste of the business side of things. I decided, my editor said he couldn't pay me what I was being paid per story. So I said, you know, I can't really work for less than what I'm making right now because it's already not much. So I started looking around, I started talking to people, and I heard about Patch. And Patch was very brand spanking new at the time. They were trying something different with local digital journalism that I thought was really exciting, and I wanted to be a part of it. So I started freelancing in Syosset, and I covered all sorts of local events similar to what I was doing at the Oyster Bay Guardian. And I got to I got a little more of a taste of the digital side of things, because I think it was it was relatively recently after I started freelancing for Patch that I was invited to be a guest editor, because the editor of Syosset Patch wanted to go on vacation, just like everybody else needs to go on vacation sometimes. So he needed somebody to take his spot. So I was like, I'll do it. So I went over there and just took over, got basically a handwritten guide of exactly what I needed to do step by step to maintain the website and manage the social media channels. We used Facebook and Twitter to kind of disseminate all the content we had. And we used a CMS. Everybody uses a CMS, which is short for a content management system. Anywhere you go with digital content in any way, you'll use a CMS. And so a lot of people use different programs. Each company uses a different program. So I had to get used to the back end of the site, which means I had to learn how to schedule posts. I had to learn about formatting, a little bit about HTML. There was a lot of stuff that I needed to tackle. Tags, yeah, things like that. Right. There's a lot of little gizmos, little widgets, little things you have to be aware of to optimize your content, because you're not just writing things anymore. You're not just writing and taking pictures. You are competing in digital. What I quickly learned is that you're competing in the most oversaturated environment there is for people's attention. So you have to learn how to optimize your content.